Hey everybody, Al Escobedo here with CrossbowExpert.com. Today I got in front of me one of the bows here at Crossbow Experts we're really excited about. It's an exclusive. It's the RDX400 from Wicked Ridge, but we can now offer it with the ACUdraw Pro silent crank. What we're going to do here today is we're going to do an unboxing video and an assembly video. So stick with us. I'm going to cut the box open and we'll check it out. All right. So there we go, you got the bow right here. That's how it's going to ship to you. It's got a nice foam protective deal here, your arrows, owner's manual, like I said, this is an exclusive from CrossbowExpert.com. You got the ACUdraw Pro completely silent crank system, integrated crank handle right there for storage. I'm going to put this bow in the vise and we'll put it together for you guys. So now we got the RDX400 in our vise here. What we're going to do first is I'm going to mount the scope. Basically, you're going to get the XB1 with this Crossbow Expert exclusive with the ACUdraw Pro is the scope we're shipping with it. So you got the speed variation, you got the illumination. I'm going to mount this scope up real quick. Just kind of get it started. Then I like to take my levels. Make sure first my rail is level. Adjust that. Then what I do here is I'll just put this right on top of the scope. We tighten in up the rings on the rail. Grab my Allen wrench. Just give it a little twist here. Snug everything down. Half turn each side. Kind of rotate to try and keep it nice and even. And we got the scope all mounted up. Now for the next part, I'm actually going to take the bow back off the vise. It's a lot easier to install our foot stirrup and silencing kit and our quiver bracket and everything off of the vise. So I'm going to pop it off the vise real quick and we'll show you how to install the rest of the bow, get you ready to get out there and start shooting. So we're going to take our foot stirrup and our silencing assembly. Everything is machined out or molded out so that it locks together. You just got to be kind of careful so you don't chip up all the camo paint. That'll lock right on there. I'm going to slide that bolt in and I'm going to use a ratcheting wrench just because it's a little easier to get in between the foot stirrup. Let me just get it started. Nice and tight. Now you're really ready to shoot, but what we're going to do next for the hunters out there, we're going to show you how to do the quiver assembly. That's going to take a little bit more work. So everything in your quiver assembly is going to come in a bag like this. Just going to rip this open here. You got your quiver. Then you'll have a small bag here with all the different hardware. Your mounting bracket that mounts it to the bow, the mounting bracket that holds the quiver bracket. All right, so what we're going to do in our kit here, we got a couple Phillips head screws and the nut for them. So we're going to slide that screw. I'm just going to do one at a time, one to get it started. Slide that on there. Get the nut kind of started on the screw here. I'm going to do the same on with the other one. Slide that through. The back side of this, it's actually cut out for the nuts to fit exactly. So as long as you push the nut in as you tighten it, it won't spin on you. So we got that nice and tight. All right, so next I'm going to mount this bracket directly to the bow. For this part, you're going to take the 2 coarse thread Torx bolts. I'm just going to stand that up here. Like I said, the Torx wrench that you need for this quiver bracket is included in your kit. I'm just going to hold that up there, get this started. Get the other one started here. And tighten them down. All right, so now once you got that bracket all snugged on there, mounted up nice and tight, the next part is going to be mounting the quiver slide that locks into the bracket on the quiver itself. What I like to do for these, just to always make sure, is I kind of eyeball it before I screw it in. It takes 2 small Phillips screws, but I'll line up the holes. What I'm looking for is I just don't want to make sure that this, you know, it offers several different mounting holes on the back, and if you mount that bracket too low on the bracket or on the quiver itself, your quiver is going to be sticking out in front of the foot stirrup, which will make it impossible to cock the crossbow. So I just like to eyeball it and make sure I take a look here and get an idea. I want it to be as close to the front as without sticking forward, so that way the arrows are, you know, nice and tucked in tight when I'm walking through the woods, but not sticking too forward where it's going to get in my way. So I'm going to eyeball that. That one's going to be a little too high. So with this particular bow, with the RDX400, I'm going to put it all the way at the very top end, right down by the quiver head. You got your 2 small Phillips screws, and those are just going to screw right in into the holes that they provide for you. All right, so now we got that all tightened up, put together. I'll show you real quick detached quiver. You just flip this little lever here, slide your quiver in, flip the lever back, and that locks it into place. Now it can't come off the bow, but it's up to you, you know, whether you want to hunt with it on or with it off. Some guys like to just hang this in the tree. Like I said, that's what the stirrup's for. Some guys like to leave it on the bow and hunt with it on the bow. So there you have it. This is the RDX400, the Crossbow Expert exclusive. What you're going to get in this $9.99 package from crossbowexpert.com, you're going to get that ACUdraw Pro completely silent crank. You're not going to find this bow anywhere else with that setup. You're going to get the XB1 scope, 3 aluminum arrows, your quiver, everything to get started, get you out in the woods. Remember, we do offer our pro packages, our platinum packages. You can get our platinum packages and we'll assemble the bow. It'll show up at your door, fully assembled in its case, ready to start shooting. Check it out at crossbowexpert.com.